Tvameva Mata Japita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Jasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Hello everybody, this is Kerry Shamblin with my first weekly podcast. It's Sunday, October 2nd, and I'm going to do a pilot program this month, every Sunday, putting out a weekly bulletin, trying to reach more of my audience, and I hope you like it. Please let me know. So this week, the moon is waxing. We had a new moon on September 25th. And so we have our moon getting bigger. Ultimately, next Sunday on October 9th, we're heading for a full moon in Pisces. So what I really want to focus on this week is Jupiter and Mercury. These two planets are hosting the signs where the full moon of October 9th is going to happen. Jupiter is the planet that we rely on to really give us positivity and to guide us into right actions. Jupiter got into his own sign of Pisces, which is the final sign of the zodiac, in April of 2022, and spends about a year there. This is really positive. Jupiter in Pisces is expansive and universal and helps us really get the big picture and understand where our place is in the world. Since July 28th, Jupiter went into retrograde motion, and that's going until November 23rd. So when we have Jupiter or any planet retrograde, it can be hard to get what we expect from that planet. It may give us much more than we expect as well. It's just that it's hard to predict because retrograde energy means that the planet is a little bit closer to the Earth. In fact, in the evening right now in the eastern sky, after sunset, we're seeing Jupiter rising, and it's very bright. So retrograde planets are physically a little tiny bit closer to the Earth because of all of our elliptical orbits. So while Jupiter may be in a way stronger because it's retrograde, it also is acting a little off. Now understand that retrograde motion doesn't mean that the planet is putting itself into reverse and moving backwards. Retrograde is really called apparent retrograde motion. So it's really an illusion. We can't say that the planet is moving backwards. It's just from our perspective, it's moving backwards. And what that creates is a lot of emphasis on a small little section of the zodiac where that planet has crossed over, is now looks like it's going backwards over the same degrees. And then eventually when it goes direct, in Jupiter's case on November 23rd, it's going to again move into normal forward motion for us. So this retrograde Jupiter may be depriving us of the hope and positivity and ability to see beyond the material troubles. And it's just difficult. So in addition, we've got an eclipse pairing coming on October 25th, a partial solar eclipse, and on November 7th, we're going to have a total lunar eclipse. And these are not stabilizing situations either. So let's realize that we're all in a situation where a lot is being dug up. It's not easy to move forward. It seems like again and again we make plans and then we're back to the drawing board. So that's where we are. With Jupiter retrograde, this is all part of the deal. At the moment, we also have Saturn retrograde. And where Saturn is also aspecting Jupiter. So it's kind of this compound double whammy of retrograde. In addition, we've just had Mercury do a retrograde cycle, which ends right now, today, on October 2nd. So from September 10th to October 2nd, we also had Mercury retrograde in addition to Saturn and Jupiter. So while it may feel like everything's chaotic and up in the air, what all of this retrograde could have done or could be doing is really, really digging up the deep stuff that we tend to want to bury and not deal with. So that's part of our opportunity here, is to really take a look at what's going on. So Mercury resuming direct motion today in Virgo makes Mercury very, very strong and throughout October until the 26th. Mercury then will be going in direct motion through Virgo. Virgo is Mercury's own sign, and Mercury is the only planet that becomes exalted in its own sign. So Mercury is exalted in Virgo. So this is a very, very powerful Mercury. What can we do with that? We can write and communicate and organize our health issues. We can organize our financial world at this point. Mercury direct and exalted in Virgo also helps Venus. Venus is currently in Virgo, and opposite to Mercury, Venus is considered debilitated in Virgo. So it so happens that when there's a helper that's exalted like Mercury next to a debilitated planet, it kind of turns the whole show around. And so this month, with Mercury exalted in Virgo and supporting Venus in Virgo up until the 18th, this could be a really, really great couple of weeks to try to get on track. All of the data you may have been collecting and organizing, it's like you could finally do something with it. Create a new plan, create a schedule, figure out what your trajectory is. Now, Mercury and Jupiter are opposite at this point until Mercury moves on to Libra on the 26th. So this is a great month to really get back to the Jupiter-Mercury issues. This could be educational programs. This could be financial planning. This could be health management. So that is the real story for this week. Get into this groove. Try to get reorganized with Mercury direct once again. Next Sunday, I'll be back, and we'll talk more about the full moon, which is October 9th. And that moon is going to be joining Jupiter in Pisces. So have an excellent week. Try to get yourself reorganized. Realize that things aren't going to go super fast. We still have a lot of retrograde energy from Jupiter and Saturn. So until next week, take care.